Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, yes, we're here again looking at the latest issue of a Doctor Who magazine. Now, this is August 2023. Yes, August. Blooming heck. The year's moving on, isn't it? And look at the cover. Yes, we've got the 10th Doctor and Donna. Oh, David Tennant and Catherine Tate. Yes, because it's getting nearer, isn't it, to November? Haha. Yes, there's interviews. There's the big news with them both. Also, if you notice here, we've got the making of the trailer for season 20. New release coming out soon for the 5th Doctor. That's got the snake from Snake Dance. Then we've got Earth Shock Treatment. How Richard Gregory remade the Cyberman. And this is the story of the design of the Cyberman, particularly in the Peter Davison return story. Yes, we'll talk about that. And then, let's see, I think, yeah, we've just got more stories. We've got, yes, we've got the polls as well. The 10th and 11th Doctor stories, which have been voted the best to the worst by the readers. Yes, okay, let's get on with it. Hey, Bayek. So, the big news straight away is there. There it is. All the details of the Doctor Who collection release. I don't think there's still a date yet, but this was announced. It'll be coming up in the next few months. And there's a list, and there is truly a mammoth, wonderful selection. One of the highlights is the new 5 Doctors version that's been put out. Wow, I can't wait for that. And yeah, so there's a list of everything on there. Then what else have we got here? We've got more book information, and we've got some letter pages. We've got about the return of Mel, and we've got some art and just the normal kind of stuff. People send in pictures and all that kind of thing. Then we've got this. Look at this. This is Russell T Davies's monthly write-up, what he does, just talking about various things about the production of Doctor Who and all that surrounds it. Then we've got the production diary, as usual, of Scott Hancock. There's always what's going on. I think now we've had an official wrap of the season. I think that happened this week. Then we've got work on what they're up to outside. And we've got there, I didn't realise, but apparently Ncuti Gatwa is in the Barbie movie. Yes, look, there's a picture in the Barbie movie. Then we've got this David Tennant and Michael Sheen together in that series. What is that, Good Omens or something like that? I've not actually watched the series, but they're back. There's a new season starting. And then what else have we got? Yeah, here it is. It's got second time round interviews with David Tennant and Catherine Tate. Yes, And that's really good pictures there. Fantastic. And yeah, it's quite a big article. There they are. I think they get on really well, actually, outside Doctor Who as well. They have worked together on various projects. Yeah, there they are again. And then we've got the making of the trailer, which announced the 20th season. And we've got Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton, Tegan and Nyssa talking about the trailer. Look at the snake dance. Remember that? Yes. Yeah, check out the trailer. It's on YouTube. I think you'll find it. There's more there about it. They do these trailers. They're quite good, isn't it? Yeah, as an introduction. Then we've got here Andrew Cartmel. Now, he was the script editor for the Seventh Doctor, and particularly I noticed he talks a lot about the plans they had for the Seventh Doctor. If you remember, there was a possibility it would get renewed, but then they wasn't sure, and so they put that scene in, if you remember, with the Doctor and Ace sort of going off into the sunset at the end of Survivors. Yeah. So that's really interesting, talking about that. Then we've got the poll. Ah, yes, the 10th Doctor poll. Any guesses which is number one? I think it's quite predictable, actually. They've put Blink as being voted number one. Then, I think, so Human Nature and the Family of Blood was such a wonderful... I liked it because it really was a more sort of darker Doctor we saw in there, which I think was great. Midnight, yes, that's very popular. Silence in the Library, I can understand why they've put that with The Forest of the Dead. But I think I would rate the others highly. The one that I surprised at, it's lower down at number 9, is School Reunion. I really love School Reunion. I suppose the fact that Sarah Jane happens to pop back in it, you know. But I really like it. It's a good story. I would have put it a bit higher. Now, I bet you can guess already what is at the bottom. It's Fear, and then above that, the Lazarus Experiment. And of course, Love and Monsters, the controversial Love and Monsters. That's there. I think that's all expected. I'm not sure. It's difficult to judge the really bad ones. I mean, they're not terrible. I wouldn't get all like people get all hateful and what have you. It's just that they're weaker, maybe. I think overall they're a strong set of episodes for the 10th Doctor. Then we look, there is they're talking about it, and look, there they are. Fear, they're talking about it at the bottom there. I think the 11th Doctor is interesting. It's funny because some bits of the 11th Doctor worked well for me. Others I wasn't quite as excited by, maybe. Maybe it was the David Tennant effect. I didn't think I was caught up in that to some extent. But now I totally agree what they've put as the top episode, because let's face it, it's a classic. It would fit into any top 10, 20 of the best Doctor Who episodes, and that's the special Day of the Doctor. Day of the Doctor is number one here. It must have been by a mile. And then the next one doesn't surprise me, Vincent and the Doctor. There's something quite magical about that one. And then, we've got the 11th hour, and then it starts to go down a bit. Some of the episodes, I don't know. They were good. It's maybe I need to revisit perhaps some of these episodes. I haven't really revisited them, apart from The Day of the Doctor, which I've watched quite a few times. Now, at the bottom, we've got one that everybody always cites as perhaps the one they find the worst, which is The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe, which was the Christmas special, as I remember. Then we've got Nightmare in Silver, The Curse of the Black Spot, Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS. As I remember, Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS was an intriguing episode, but it's quite low. One that I liked, now what is it? That I'm trying to remember. There was a Western themed one. Yeah, A Town Called Mercy. I think that was quite an interesting one, as I remember. The sort of cowboy feel, Western cowboys. Yeah, I thought that was quite good. That certainly much better, miles better than old Bill Hartnell's story, which we won't talk about. Yeah, it's an interesting set of how people feel about that. Then yeah, we've got here. Last but not least, they're talking about the Christmas special there, and then they go on about some of the other episodes in there. Then we've got graphic assistants Sophie Cowdray and Aled Griffith talk about the graphic works. They do the text and all that, writing in Doctor Who, which is, part of the production and the look. Now, the next article is about Richard Gregory, who sadly in 2019 died suddenly. He can't have been that old. And it's talking about season 20, where he was involved a lot in the design. There he is there. The Cyberman. Absolutely fascinating. It's sad that he's so young, really. I've got a lot more about the designs of that season. I think Peter Davison eras going up are definitely in appreciation. It has slowly, maybe in the last few years, gone up a lot more. Than I think it initially had, because obviously it kind of overshadowed the Fourth Doctor. Then we've got these where we get 60 objects, 60 years, and we've got the early internet and Doctor Who on the very early internet in 1998. Yes, I remember. Okay. I think I first went and saw the internet in about 2000, around about that time. It could have been before, actually. Maybe it was a bit before 2000. So I remember the old computer dial-up and all that, and how slow it was. You think it's slow now sometimes, crikey. Oh, yeah. Then we've got 1999 Comic Relief. All the appearances and connections with that. Then we've got this. I think this is a collector's item. I haven't got it. But it was the VHS Cyberman collection tin box set. Do you remember they did one with the TARDIS for the Trial of the Time Lord, but they did one with the Cybermen. That's very collectible, I bet now. Then we've got in 2001 about more of the Dalek toys. Yeah, we've got more artwork, comic strip things on here. That's from 2002. Then we've got, the 14th Doctor comic strip, which has been going now for quite a while. There are bits of it, I'll show you. There it is, the comic strip. And what else have we got here? Oh, yeah, now we've got an analysis of an 11th Doctor story, The Girl Who Waited. I vaguely remember bits of this. I think this is a bit of a, what they call a timey-wimey kind of story. Yeah, there it is. I don't remember too much about it. this is kind of reminding me of this. Yeah. I don't remember too much. Yes, I can't remember everything, you know. And yes, here it is again. Yeah, it's not one that I sort of remember a great deal of, but there we are. Yes, and then we've got Seventh Doctor, Big Finish Productions. Yeah, exciting, isn't it? There's so much now being produced in the audios. Wow, there's more there. And plus the unit ones. Yeah, there's a unit one there. Wow. Then we've got here The Making of Doctor Who. Yes, I've got that book in my collection somewhere, and there's an audio book version of it being done by Eck. Then we've got more audio books, which is The Nightmare Fair. Now, I know The Nightmare Fair was the story written follow-up to the Celestial Toymaker. It was going to be a story in the cancelled adventures for the Sixth Doctor, and it never happened. As you know, he got the boot, he got the sack. Never happened. But they've done they had the story and the script and everything. They've done a story. Then there's one audiobook of Silver Nemesis, which is I enjoyed that. That's the anniversary story for the Seventh Doctor. Then we got about the Ood story on the Target book, new reissued range, doing the new Doctor Who stories. Oh yeah, and then we've got Kaplum or Kablam, I think that's it. I remember that one quite well. The 13th Doctor. I think that's not a bad story. I quite like that one. Yeah, that's a good story. And actually, it wasn't one written by Chibnall. That's why people say, yeah. But they forget that. I think that Chibnall wrote every story. He didn't. I thought I'd just throw that in. I've been controversial there, like back. And then we've got here more stuff about what's going on in the audio world. We've got more River Song audios, and look, Rosa's mother. Wow, it's certainly cracky pointing it out. And then we've got Alpha Centauri. Remember Alpha Centauri? The Pelidon, the Curse of Pelidon. That's it. Third Doctor story. Look at this chap. oh no, I shouldn't have said that, chap. I don't think he's got any. Oh yeah, he must be the Dalek. Yeah, I know. I better not go into that. I don't think he's got any sexuality. I said he again. I don't like saying it. Anyhow, there he is. Then we've got Jane Asher. Remembering the Ninth Doctor encounters. Oh, that's interesting. There's that. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, then we've got to say Jackie Tyler, Rosa's mum. Interview with let's see. It's the author. It's all about the author who's wrote these stories about it. Yeah. I think that's it, really. I've gone on long enough, haven't I? I've gone on too long. Yeah, nice advert there about Fifth Doctor. But that's it. That's another month. Crikey, it goes by quick, doesn't it? It does. It's getting nearer now to November, yes. It's all building up, yes. Oh, right. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We'll let you know when I produce these videos. And as you know, I do all sorts on here. Alright, we do all sorts. Films, TV series, bit of music, collecting, and things like that. Right. just like doing them. Hopefully you might like them, or perhaps you don't. And it all costs notes. And if you like this video, please give it a like. It helps with algorithms so more people know about it. And if you got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments. And thank you so much for bothering to watch this video. Thank you. So, all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.